Although Zod was at times terrifying, I still had some empathy for him. What did you make of the way that he was written when you first read David S. Goya's script?
Well, I loved it. I loved how it kind of peeled back this this rage and vengeance that everybody associates with Zod, and kind of showed more of the internal life of the character, you know. Because I think there's a lot more to him than just than anger. You know, there's a lot of desperation and anxiety almost. I mean, and he's a very tragic character in the sense that he failed. His mission was to protect Krypton, and he failed. So it's almost Shakespearean, you know.
And more generally, what did you admire about David S. Goya and Christopher Nolan's vision to bring Superman back, honouring its heritage, but at the same time bringing us something very new for 2013 audiences?
Well, yeah, I think anybody who's familiar with the Dark Knight series knows that that what they're going to come up with is going to have a gravity and a darkness that maybe didn't occur to people before. I've heard people say, well, that makes more sense with Batman, or that would be easier to do with Batman because it's kind of dark to begin with. But if you think about Cal's situation, it's very dramatic. I mean, he's a man being torn between two entire civilizations, you know. That's like one of the most dramatic premises I've ever heard in my life. So I'm glad that they extracted that, you know.
And as the movie opens on Krypton, the stakes are very high for General Zod and for Jor-El, played by Russell Crowe, really reflected in that great fight sequence you have, really brutal, lots of head slamming, very fast and furious. What can you tell us about the preparation for that and actually the shooting the sequence?
Well, yeah, we prepared for months before we started shooting. In Illinois, we all got together in this very hot warehouse and sweated it out for weeks, you know. We were all exercising a great deal and also learning the choreography. And Russell and I had run that fight probably 100 times before we actually shot it. And of course, no matter how many times you practice something on the day, things can change or feel different, but it really helped having that much preparation. Helped make it. I also think, you know, they do a lot of stuff in the post-production process to make it even more vicious.
And Zod also has a battle with his fellow Kryptonian on Earth, Superman, played by Henry Cavill. What did you make of his take on the character?
I mean, it seems spot on to me. I can't imagine anybody doing it better. I think of all, and you know, there are a lot of great actors out there nowadays, but Henry just seems kind of like born to play this part. I'm happy for him because I know it's like he's been knocking around for a while, and it's just cool to see him finally find this, you know.
And we're proud to have a British Superman as well.
Yeah, right.
And what was your own first contact with Superman itself? Were you a fan before you were cast as Zod?
You know, I'd seen the movies, the original movies, but I'm not a comic book guy, really. I had some cousins when I was growing up that were really into comic books. I'd look at theirs sometimes, but I never would spend my money on comic books. It was too rare for me to have any money that I would spend it on something like comic books.
Michael Shannon, thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks.